Remember, this race must end under the green flag, no matter what.
I can promise you he's trying to get this thing around here as fast as possible for that very reason.
That's it. Let's end it now. Car in the wall, back straightaway, no problem. He's the last car in line, Ryan Blaney. Caution waves, but did he get the checker before the caution for that car on the back straightaway? Really?
We're going to go back racing, boys.
We are?
Starter was holding the checkered flag. Blaney came to the line and the caution lights came on.
Well, I think these guys have been celebrating and haven't been seeing that.
The checker. It's not over. It's not
yeah.
Over.
Now, Ricky Stenhouse comes to pit road. Apparently, that was the car that had trouble in the back straightaway.
Well, I saw he had the checker in his hand, and I was looking for it to come out. I thought he got it, but obviously he did not. Showing him the caution yet again. They need to make sure and tell him.
Yeah, before he starts doing burnouts.
Well, or you know, getting ready. Yeah, getting ready to celebrate. This is huge. He's got to see. He already had his window net down.
All right, so yeah, he'll have to get that back up. So let's.
Race isn't over? Yes, I am serious. It's not over.
All right, folks. Now the lights are not official. It is the NASCAR timestamp. But here is Blaney coming to the line. And the caution lights are already flashing on the fence. The car that was in the wall in the back straightaway, there were only two cars behind it. They both dropped to the bottom and then cleared that car before the caution flag waved.
Oh my gosh. I don't know what to say.
I do, but I won't.
It was, they threw it right before he got to the line.
But it is the lights. It is the lights.
Well, here's why the caution came out.
You see him up out of the groove, Stenhouse, and into the wall. But he rode it quite a ways. I saw it for quite a while. Up out of the groove and not really in harm's way.
And before the caution lights came on, the rest of the field had cleared him, and this was the last lap, so the race would have ended. Now look at Blaney holding the window net in position and trying to get it reattached.
Well, it's extremely hard to do. I mean, it's just, I don't know what to say here. It's, he's going to have a difficult time getting that window net back up. He's going to have to try as hard as he can.
I knew that. That should help you out.
Free that up. I mean, those guys, they're tight for a reason. You don't want those to flap. Obviously, the safety aspect of that as well.
Yeah, it normally takes one of the biggest crew members that on the team to fasten that thing prior to the race because it's so tight.
So we go to overtime, and the unique overtime rules for the All-Star race. Usually, if the white flag waves under green, the next flag ends the race. That is not the case for the All-Star event, and it's in the rules that the race must end under green. When Blaney crossed the line, the track was not green, it was yellow. So we'll line them up and restart and do it as many times as necessary to have a green flag finish.
He was in the wall for sure. Wasn't spun around out of harm's way. It was off of two, no harm, no foul. And the caution came about 10 feet before he hit the line. I mean, you're right. Caution did come out.
Caution flag is a judgment call. It's up to the race director. When he hits the plunger, it timestamps all the video data and establishes the moment of caution, and the scoring goes back to the last scoring loop crossed before the yellow flag.
I just don't see him making gains on getting that window net refastened.
I'd hold on to it. It says it's got to be up. It's just too bad.
You're doing what you can do. We're trying to talk to somebody about it. They should definitely let us put it up.
Vince?
Yeah, Ryan just came over the radio and said, I cannot get it back in myself. And I think Larry made a great point. We've all seen the window net put up, and it's usually the biggest, strongest crew member that actually attaches it and fastens it. So from inside, and Clint, you can speak to this, from inside the car, it's almost impossible to get done, and that's why Ryan can't get it reattached.
The rules require that the driver be able to release the window net from inside the car. Nothing about having to be able to attach it.
Well, let me get back into that. I said, you know, you want that window net as tight as possible for safety reasons. It's there for a reason to keep, you know, your extremities and everything inside the race car. That being said, it's also
around the roll bar, Ryan.
aero, right? You need that car to be tight and to keep that efficiency down the side of it.
So he's got to try to do this, and remember, he has to maintain caution car speed while doing this. Otherwise, he'll forfeit the lead.
And Mike, you said something earlier. Special event, special circumstances, special rules. I know the rule is he has to stay on the racetrack. He has to maintain caution car speed. But personally, that's me personally, I think they ought to let that man refasten that window net.
I agree. But I don't think they're going to. I mean, it's an unprecedented call to be able to do that, but it was pretty unprecedented to throw a caution right there.
Well, let's go to our Ford Performance Cutaway car, and let's show you what he's trying to do with that window net. Again, it has a rod that slides in the backside here, but right here you can see that fastener. And that thing is really, really tight. It's like a quick release, and it takes a lot. It doesn't take much at all to get it released, but it takes a lot to get it fastened back.
I'm sorry. I agree with you, Larry. I don't know. This is something that I've never had in this new job of mine, but I'm telling you, that ain't right. I think that they ought to help him get this window net back up.
Well, for the longest time, there was a line in the NASCAR rulebook that would end in EIRI, except in rare instances. And I would agree with you, too, that this certainly qualifies as a rare instance. Now, he's got the Velcro strap up there. If he can get that wrapped around and pull on it, that may create enough leverage to get that up and into position and hold it.
What I did see, it's out of place on the backside at the top right now. That rod that I talked about that slides in, it doesn't look like it's in position.
Well, get it somewhere wedged in there where the thing will stay up so you can get your mind back right. You got to get sharp. You got to get paying attention. Get these tires cleaned up. Focus on this restart. You need one launch. Get yourself going. Get ahead of this 11. Don't let him get on his door, and take care of business. Win this race. It's not the best scenario you've been given by any means, but I want that kid right there to win this race. He deserves it.
Ryan Blaney had his pen in hand to sign the back of the check for $1 million. And the caution flag came out 100 or 200 feet before the line for a car at the back of the field in the wall outside turn 2. We're going to go green, white, checker, and remember, the race must finish. The checkered flag must fall with the track in a green flag condition. Blaney back to business, trying to hold off Denny Hamlin, Austin Cindric, Daniel Suarez, Joey Logano, Chris Buescher, and more. One more restart.
Maybe.
Here we go.
He's got a lot of help behind him with his teammate, Austin Cindric, pushing him to the lead. That's exactly what he needs. Don't let that 11 get to your outside. He's up. Cindric might get a run on the bottom.
Whoa, Blaney cleared Hamlin, but by inches.
Needs those cars racing side by side behind him, and has it.
By 3. Still side by side. 11 got cleared up top.
White flag again.
Come on, baby. Bring this thing around.
Cindric giving the 11 all Hamlin can handle.
Boy, Hamlin got a great run off turn 2 that time down the back straightaway.
You hear him
Hamlin
wide open trying.
within 3 car lengths, closing. Here they come to the line. The track is green. The checkered flag waves. Ryan Blaney wins the All-Star Race.
Thank gosh that happened that way. That's exactly who needed to win this race. He deserved to win the race. Took care of business. Adversity. Took care of the window net. Washed that out of his mind and went up there and got him a great restart again. Congratulations and great job, my $1 million man, Ryan Blaney.
For Blaney, it's his first top 4 finish in the All-Star Race. It's his 6th appearance, and he becomes the 26th different driver to win the All-Star Race in its 38-year history. 4th All-Star win for Team Penske. All 4 of those wins coming with a different driver. And it's the 13th All-Star win for Ford.
I'd hang that window net on my All-Star trophy for the rest of its life.